Until now, just how the two, or I guess the linebacking core has practiced and worked to fill the spots of Bernardrick and Matt Willis. What have you seen through that competition?
Well, everybody's doing a great job, just pushing, just to get better every day. You can't be those guys, but, we have to replace them. You have to move on. So, every day they come out, give the best effort they can, and, I feel like it's going pretty good.
Who's impressed you among that group or that competition?
All of them really impressed me. They get better every day. It's just a great competition every day. They're not, they help each other out every day. They give each other, one of them mess up, the other one, corrects them. It's the same. So it's just great competition, but it's also a great friendship that, we push each other every day for good competition.
How much did last year help prepare you with making all the calls and going into this year?
It was a big help for me. Just coming in this year, basically just doing the same thing as I did, last year. So it wasn't really a change for me. Now it's just really being a more vocal leader, going out every day, make sure I'm, have juice in the assignment, and make sure, I'm ready to lead defense for the game for the whole entire year.
Was that expected from you when Diaz first came in here? I mean, you doing it last year, or terminology, I guess, changed with some of the calls, but I mean, he kind of expect that from you right away?
Yes, when he came in, I think he expected from him, but, he was kind of, I don't know if he just didn't know really what to expect, a new guy around, he didn't know who was what. So, as he got in, we really opened up our friendship, and, he's the coach, he expected me to lead, and so that's what I do every day.
How comfortable are you with that role of being a leader, being the elder statesman in the linebacking core?
I just took grasp of it, and, I run with it every day, just to lead the guys and make sure, that people, eventually stop talking about the guys that we lost, and, really start talking about how impressive we are, how, we just go to work every day and be the toughest linebacker in the country.
Manny was talking about how this year's defense is obviously very good, but it might not be quite as deep as last year. How does that, last year you knew you were going to play like 30, 35 plays and you give it your all, and then, somebody else would come in. Does it change at all when you play 55 or 60 plays? Do you have to pace yourself or just go about how you prepare any differently?
Not really. We still, we play relentless effort every play. So, and, Coach Steele, we just don't do the 1A, 1B, every other series, but we still got guys that we feel like can come in and play, if we do need a breath or something. So, we just play hard, give everything we got. And if we need a breather, we got guys that can come in and give us the break that we need to, catch our breath before we go back out on the field.
Manny was talking about it's kind of a big reality check for some of the freshmen when they get in there for the first time. What was it like for you, and what was that building up to that moment when you first got into the game?
It was exciting, all week you were preparing to go in there, and when you get in there, it's moving a lot faster than practice. Practice moves fast, but when you get in the game, it's a different pace, so you have to get accustomed. So just excitement, but you also have to calm down and play, assignment football, and don't try to do too much, just play the game and let the game come to you.
Your defense was kind of built on stopping the run last year, and then against Ole Miss and Georgia Tech, it struggled a little bit. Ryan Brown said maybe it was a lack of discipline. Tony Hughes said it's maybe some different offenses you hadn't seen. What did you see during those struggles that caused them?
Georgia Tech was just a hard, offense to stop. It had a lot of cut blocks, a lot of misdirection, just a lot of different things that, of course, we wasn't used to. A lot of, undisciplined gap structure. So we just didn't get in, stop the run. And Ole Miss, we just, it was just not us. Didn't stop the run. A lot of misdirection of the outside things, a lot of different stuff that we wasn't, used to. But this year, we're back, and we feel like, our main objective is to stop the run and make sure our pad defense is good also.
A lot of the guys, I think they played 8 or 9 linemen last year. How is, maybe that, as David was talking about, depth not being there, how has that progressed in the sense of being able to stop the run again this year?
I don't think too much has changed. Even though, we don't have the 1A, 1B, like I said before, we still got guys that can come in and give a break when we need to. So, we're going to give it all we got, stop the run, and, we feel like we got a good scheme in everything we do to, help us be able to play 50 and 60 plays that you need to play because of our scheme.
Ron Brown was talking about how they have to get some of the freshmen ready to play for the first time. In the week leading up to the first time you played, were there any older guys that kind of helped you or you looked to for some comfort?
Yeah, I had Deontay Skinner, of course, Matt Wills, and, Bernardrick was those guys that, I looked up to getting ready, to play. As a freshman, you come in and you expect to play a lot, but as a freshman, Coach not going to throw you in the game unless, if you feel like you're ready and, and you feel like yourself that you're ready. So you don't want to rush it. You know, it might not be the first game that you go in, might not be the second, but eventually you'll get your time, and you have to really just take advantage of it because you don't want to be in there if you're not ready.
So last year, you got to see these freshman running backs when they were on the scout team going up against you. Now they're going to be playing. You know what to expect better than anybody. What do you think they're going to be like?
They're gonna be pretty good. You know, they're really, you know, in the scout team it was, you know, the dynamic duo. You know, you had a little power, had a little speed out of those two guys, and you know, they really challenged us every day. So you know, we felt coach always tells us he wanted our practice to be harder than the game. So last year in practice, you know, was pretty hard. So we got in the game, everything cleaned up. You know, just our run fits and things like that. But those guys, you know, feel like they're gonna have pretty good years because they come to work, and you know, you're gonna get the best out of those two guys every day.
What do you remember from last year's game that can maybe help you this year against Southern Miss?
Just really, you know, what they like to run, their tendencies. You know, of course, you know, they got, you know, they might have changed up. It's the first game. Of course, they watch film just like, you know, we have. So, of course, they might do some things a little different. So, it's really just getting in there and get a feel of everything, see what they're trying to do. And once we get, you know, comfortable with it, you know, hopefully we'll be able to stop it.